back to the channel. So today we're over at Nismo Parts Plug with tacos and turbos, and he just got a R34 from Australia. From Australia.
What's going on? This is a great day. Yo, I'm happy you're here. I'm so excited to show the 34 with you guys. Where? Look right there? I'm looking wherever.
Right here. Right at this big lens.
Nice. Really excited to show with you the 34. It's a GTT. It's a 1998. It just came legal this July. Been waiting since this car, at least 22, 23 years. Purchased the car about a year and 3 months ago. And it's just, my stomach's been in knots just waiting for this moment. So we just got it today. We went over it, looking at everything, seeing what we're going to do to it. You want to take a peek?
Yeah, let's take
Where do you want to start?
I mean, wherever you want to start, we'll go.
Engine-wise?
Engine-wise?
RB25 DET Neo.
Awesome.
OEM. It hasn't been swapped over. It's an original 5-speed manual, Neo Trans, so it's up a little bit stronger. Rear-wheel drive, it's not GTR, it's not GT4. They're super expensive, hard to come by now, and we don't have the money to do it. But what we do have is we have the parts know-how and we have the information. So we have almost everything. I don't know if you've shown them what we have over there.
We didn't show them anything.
We didn't show
yet.
them that? Okay, later. But we have almost everything OEM or Nissan Motorsports related to continuously build this for the next couple years just to get everything right. You're gonna see a lot of content on this.
Very awesome.
Right?
Very awesome. So,
yeah.
all right.
Let's take a look. I mean, do you see anything that sticks out to you that you want to talk about? I mean, what are these 34 owners really looking for?
I mean, I guess you said this is a what again? Let's go over the motor and move forward.
So it's an inline 6, single turbo. It is an RB25 DET. It's a Neo version, which means it has variable cam timing on the intake side. It gives it a little bit more of a power band on the engine. It's the final iteration of the 25. It has 26 connecting. Turbo is good for 7.
Oh, but the car you're gonna make.
The car we have to make sure it can
hold it.
It can hold that and more.
Oh, okay.
It's got to hold more.
So don't get too excited yet.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
It's going to be a full package because if you can make the engine, last 600-700 horsepower, the body needs to be able to take that, suspension, all the drivetrain, brakes have to be up to par. So we have a lot of solutions for that. You're going to see. You're going to like that.
Awesome.
Some 6 pistons up front.
Let's take a look, walk around this side. Let's take a wider.
Still works. 25 years old. Still works.
There you go.
Want me to start it up?
Yeah, start it up.
Hey, move it.
Whoa!
We didn't do anything to fix it beforehand. First try.
Sounds really good.
Give him the juice. Oh, never tried it. Wait.
Some juice? You gonna give him some juice?
That sounds good. One more. We gotta hear it.
That thing is nuts. I saw the flame from over here.
Oh shit, I forgot about the flame.
Holy shit.
But I've been personally looking to get this car the last year and a half. I've been pursuing finding one, and I was able to come across it in Australia. Within a day I made the purchase, but it was something that, over that year was super, just kept building up and more weight on my shoulder. Each step of the way we did personally with the importing, with our networking and friends through MPP, we've been able to really put together a full team of people that have been able to help really make this possible. And it's only going to get better as we add more stuff to it and decide to clean it up. We want to share that journey with you. So, you know, we're Goomba as well.
Yeah,
MVP is Goomba, Goomba MVP.
MVP.
And yeah, it's one left. We have a whole bunch of stuff that's going on this. So.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked, cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just about my side. This one's for the grind, I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind. To the videos, they thought I was a black guy. That's hard to get over. I'm foreigner in this world, but I'm fully devoted. I don't take it for granted that the door's been open. I knew I was different, I knew I was chosen. A breadwinner, but it's all spoken. Authentic like a 5950 and there's no cap. Let's have a toast to that. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones.
It feels like I was just given like a model girlfriend, and then, well, I do have a model girlfriend, but like you just got to meet her and you're just trying to figure out all her lines and what's her fucking problem, you know? It's been so crazy, dude. So I've said it a couple of times, I've wanted this car now for over 20 years. I'm not trying to date myself or anything, but I started to get into this with video games on PlayStation. Everyone, you know, was really into like Gran Turismo, Forza, Need for Speed games. Tokyo Midnight Extreme Racer X was the first game I played with one of these in here, and since then it's been like that since third grade. We actually found photos the other day of some Fast and Furious when they had the premiere come out in Universal.
Yeah.
Photos of me next to the Evo. I was so young. But yeah, so this car came from Australia. We worked with Throttle Addiction, and through them we were able to buy it outright. They stored it for a year, and with the help of Kyle from World Class Services, they were able to get this in here within about 50 days of bringing it into port down in New South Wales.
Yeah.
It has a little bit more miles, you know, it has about 130,000 miles, but I wasn't afraid of that because I know people take care of these cars when they want to. I'd rather have it over a maintenance interval that is a larger repair than something that's too low and you don't know, you're gonna need shit anyway.
Right.
I don't know, man, what else do you wanna know?
Well, how was your day today? Like, how was picking it up? How was getting it?
It didn't feel, picking up the car today didn't even feel real till we really opened up the doors.
Yeah.
Because the whole time it was like updates. Oh, it's at this spot. It's in Panama. It's in Florida. It's in Newark. You know, having it through update and seeing it in person. Not till we actually swung the doors open and saw a car, physical car, not like a photo of it. Let's just send it back. You ready? Yeah, open the fucking door.
Yeah!
Right, because you don't know, like,
yeah, we don't know what's in there, you know, and
you were waiting for. Mm-hmm. Do you know exactly how many days, or you just call it a year total?
I purchased the car May 19th of 2022. So yeah, a little bit over
a year and a month, or a
year
and a
2
month
months
or so. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I mean.
And so, how was opening it? Like legitimately, like.
I'm still in shock because it's like something we didn't expect to just come here and just open it up, everything to be okay. The car's in better condition than we thought. I mean, there's no rust on it. I think that was an advantage of getting the car from Australia.
Right.
Plenty of these were known to rust out, just like the S15s. The strut towers luckily have no issues. Undercarriage have no rust. And for the most part, it's stock. It has a couple supporting mods, but nothing that's too overwhelming to the car to deem it something that could potentially be dangerous down the line.
Right.
We just have to really go over it, do the maintenance, and make it our own. But yeah, seeing it today, it was a great feeling. You know, you've been waiting for it for so long, whether it was a car, whether it was a year, a month, but this is something we've been waiting for so long. Many people have been waiting for their 34s for a very long time, and some are still going to be waiting at least another 2-3 years.
That's crazy.
So you can imagine, you know, people who've had the car purchased for 5 years waiting for it to come in.
Is this a normal time, or
So
do you know someone that helped you out to get it that fast, or? It just worked out like that?
It comes down to the production month. It comes in the U.S. It has to be 25 years old by production month and that year. So this being a July car, as soon as the first day of July hit, this car was able to be imported into the U.S.
Sick.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people who have brought their cars in already, and New Jersey seems to be a hub for that, for gray market cars that are already here, or people bringing them earlier.
Would you say because we have the port right here? Or?
With the port, many cars coming in, there's a lot of interest in these cars within the tri-state, the whole East Coast really, and just people trying to get them in as soon as they can. The timing is everything for the cost of these cars. When I purchased it, it was below cost, and we had a great exchange rate from Australian dollar to US dollar, so I can't be mad at that. Right now, you see them going from anywhere 45 up to 70,000 US now. All types of conditions.
And I've seen some that are beautifully built right now going for 120, 130,000.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the specs. So if you're talking GTR or maybe it's a low KM, certain things can factor into why it'd be so expensive. A lot of the GTRs are upwards of 200,000 now when they get into like the V-Spec 2 NERs, M-Spec NER, R1, S1 packages. There's a lot of small, intricate like lore behind each vehicle, and finding that out is all something you're only going to know when you start digging into these cars.
Right.
You know, like there's certain things that we'll find, I'm sure, still in the next couple days. I mean, we've been here for like 3-4 hours, and we've already got the car running a little bit better. It was having some bogging issues, some hesitation, vacuum leaks. We've already fixed some of that, figured out what we need to do. But really, we're just taking it in and just happy to be here with all the friends and enjoy it with you guys. So
it's very sick. I mean, we are super stoked. I was stoked for you. I was at work trying to get out of work all day, tapping my feet around. I was trying to be there for the reveal, so I'm sorry I couldn't make it. But
listen,
we're here now to hang out with you and check it out. Yotis was saying he got some videos and stuff, so I seen you driving around the port. So how's driving it? Actually driving it away from the port, putting it in the garage.
I feel like driving it down the ramp from where it's technically being unloaded down to actual U.S. soil to ground was just a huge moment in itself. I saw everyone taking video, and I'm trying not to cheese, trying not laughing. But when it got down there, we ripped into it right away. It does have a hesitation right now, so it did have a misfire, but we've already started working on that. But it feels good.
Cool.
You know, it's already things we had anticipated for it to. It was sitting for a year, started up a couple of times. It took about 45 to 50 days through transition from Australia to New Jersey. So with that sitting time, I mean, we had to blow out old fuel. But yeah, it's already running so much better. I'm excited about it, man. I mean, I had so many parts really to go on this thing, and it sucks because there's a lot of parts that are going up in price, but now I'm not going to share them all with you. I can't sell them all.
Because I need them now.
I need them.
Oh.
You guys are going to have to wait.
Super cool. So
yeah, man.
I'm really excited, my man. I can only picture opening those doors, like opening a kingdom to a castle or something like that, like the gates to where you want to be. It just...
I jumped right up. I leaped right into the 18-wheeler. I tripped a little, but...
You good in there? You got some room. Lower the window up a little bit.
Ooh. Yo, what? Get the fuck out of here, really? Yo, the window's open. As soon as we opened them up, he was like, there's just 2 locks. I think I still have it on me. I have it somewhere.
You got the locks.
Not the lock. They literally had what looked like to be a bracelet from like Coachella. Huh. This was what was holding this closed. Just pull, and then that's it. Open.
Open.
The process, although it is difficult mentally, spiritually draining, going through it, it's definitely worth it. If you can afford it, you can wait to do it yourself, I would.
Yeah.
With it being legal now here, majority of the cars, about 5,000 or 5,500 GTTs in July are legal for import into the U.S. The highest out of any coupe Skyline in production as far as a GTT. So now the floodgates are open. We're going to start seeing a lot more of these. We've already had parts sales, like parts flying off the shelf, but you're going to see a lot more of these at your local car meets, at your Cars and Coffee,
at your
any of your
Goomba
hot
Kids
import nights,
barbecues,
at your Goomba car culture getaway.
Oh.
There's going to be at least 3 of them there.
It's going to be
and
sweet.
that's just the first year. By February of next year, that's when the GTRs come over. So we're going to see a lot more intricate and cool builds to follow up on. And you guys are going to see everything here.
Yeah.
We're going to go into depth with
For
installing
sure.
everything.
We're going to have a bunch of installments for you. We're going to have a couple videos and just follow your journey a little bit because we love you so much, man.
You love me? I love
Yes.
you. I love
So we're really stoked. This is an awesome car.
I'm happy you guys are here for this.
Me too. I hope they stay tuned because there's going to be some awesome
They're going to
stuff.
stay tuned. Remember, subscribe, like, and comment. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh!
Shorty boy.
We're here. They helped me
Golden
outside for
blue-eyed boy, big French fry.
Yo, James said I wasn't gonna be on camera, so I didn't dress to impress. But hey, look at the slide.
He was
This
at
was every other
work. He
day.
works at a male strip club.
Hell yeah, this shit comes
That's
off,
why he
so I
got,
don't need
that's
to
why he
dress
got
that
the
well.
pocket out. Yo, what do you think? First impressions, go.
I mean, I wish Dylan buffed it for me before I got here, but I'm pretty excited for my new car. Pretty excited.
Yeah.
Nah, this thing is sick as hell. When I saw photos of it, I'm like, oh my god.
The photos didn't do justice in person. Yes, the car is dirty, but like it's been sitting for
It
some
smells
time.
like Japan, dude.
It smells like Australia.
Oh, that's where it actually came from?
So I think a big thing, and a lot of guys are going to find this out, this car was imported into Australia in 2001. So it had about 2 or 3 years only in Japan. I have a feeling that's why we didn't see as much rust issues. I think that's the majority of why we don't have any issues with the strut towers, no hood ledge issues, rad support's good.
It's odd that Japan would have more rust issues than Australia, but
Well, you think depending on where it's being stored because of the heat, they go through seasons. If it's in Osaka, it's up north. It's very, very cold during the winter seasons.
Well, it's
and
like
also
Jersey.
a lot of rain. They get a lot of rain, and a lot of the rain's acid rain,
so it's like Jersey.
just like Jersey. So, but we have this
Hot in the
facility.
summer, cold in the winter, rust no matter what.
Yeah, so they're living the same life as us.
That's funny. What are our first thoughts?
White is cooler. Nah, this thing is sick, man. This thing is sick. See, he's got one thing that I don't have. This big boy right here.
Turbo.
Mine's a little lower, you know, mine's bigger, so I had to put it down lower. His is smaller, so he's able to, you know, fit it up top.
So he's got a top mount, you got a
I got
mount?
well, I have the OEM location, so it's, you know, bottom mounted.
Okay.
So it's more, you know, low key and everything. I like the top mounts better. They look a lot nicer. You're supposed to have a turbo up where it's showing, and it makes it a lot nicer.
Let's have a talk.